On a misty autumn morning, at precisely 6:15 on the 12th of November, 2024, in the quiet village of Linh Hoa on the northern edge of Vietnam's mountains, a gentle carpenter named Thomas Phuc awoke to a moment that would alter his ordinary life forever. His modest wooden house, weathered by decades and shaded by the overhanging forest, stood at the fragile border where human settlement meets untamed wilderness. That morning, as the air still carried the chill of night and the fields shimmered under a blanket of dew, Thomas heard something unusual, a faint, sorrowful cry from the forest's edge. Having lived long years in silence and solitude, his heart recognized pain in that fragile sound. He set aside his half-finished cup of bitter black coffee, pulled on his faded coat, and stepped carefully outside. There, among the tangled brush, he found a fawn, small, trembling, and clearly exhausted. Its legs wobbled beneath it, its ribs faintly visible, yet its eyes, large and dark, carried a fragile spark of hope. For a long moment, man and creature simply looked at one another. No words were exchanged, yet in that instant an unspoken promise passed between them. Two lives from different worlds bound by a thread of compassion. Thomas slowly approached, his movements gentle, and placed a bowl of cool water and a few pieces of bread on the ground. The fawn lowered its head, drinking in hesitant gulps, before lifting its gaze as if to whisper a silent thank you. For Thomas, it was enough. The next morning, as dawn broke once more, Thomas opened his door to a sight that stole his breath. The little fawn had returned, this time not alone. Standing with it, cautiously yet with visible trust, was a small group of deer. They lingered by his humble doorway, their ears flicking nervously, their eyes both wary and hopeful, as though seeking the same kindness their companion had received. Day after day, the visits continued. What began as a single act of mercy soon blossomed into something remarkable, a quiet bond between one man and the forest's wild inhabitants. As autumn gave way to the gentler hues of early winter, the deer arrived faithfully, weaving an invisible thread between his life and theirs. In the village, whispers spread. Some said the forest had blessed Thomas for his kindness. Others wondered if the deer had chosen him, recognizing a rare gentleness that transcended the usual boundaries between man and beast. But for Thomas himself, the visits brought something deeper, a profound truth, that kindness, when given freely, carries the power to bridge worlds. No words were spoken, no contracts made. Yet in the silent exchange of glances, in the rustling leaves and the quiet nods of the deer, Thomas discovered not only companionship, but also hope. A reminder that humanity and nature are not strangers, but parts of a single, larger story. At the edge of Linh Hoa, in a weathered wooden home by the forest path, one man's simple kindness became a daily miracle, proof that compassion, humble and wordless, can weave even the most distant lives together.